Don't look into the light. Keep your eyes shut. But keep your ears open, because this is The Swamp.
That was lovely.
That was my best whip crack to sound off. Thank you for that introduction. Ryan, who's our guest this week. And you're listening to The Swamp. It's our podcast. It's an acronym.
It stands for some White movie podcasting.
And Ryan is the younger sibling of Emily. And it's been a long time coming having you on the pod. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
I was going to say, I remember a long time ago, you told me that there was 2 movies that I had to consider you for if we ever did them. And the first one was Jurassic Park, and I totally forgot about it until like an hour before we recorded last week.
Sibling of the year.
I know, honestly. And then I sat there and I was like, okay, I know Indiana Jones is in the works. So I dialed you right up. And of course, here you are.
Here I am.
And we both, when we said Steven Spielberg month, we both got contacted by people being like, yo, Indiana Jones, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
Which rightfully so. I'm shocked it took us this long to get here, honestly.
And honestly, I'm surprised it took me this long to watch it.
No, yeah, another one that you have never seen before. You're slacking on like some major Spielberg.
I know. And do you want to hear something embarrassing? The other night, I needed to pick out a movie, and I was like, I'm kind of in a Spielberg like zone. Like, let me just fill in some gaps. So I watched War of the Worlds.
Oh my god.
With Tom Cruise from 2005, I think.
I don't think I even know about this one.
Oh, really?
Tell me. Of course it's an adaptation, I'm assuming, of the Orson Welles or the book.
Yeah. The book, which was a movie in the 50s, and then Spielberg did it again. Oh no, it was not good. I definitely should have. I was deciding.
Does have some major flops.
I was deciding between that and the AI movie he has called AI.
AI, artificial intelligence.
I don't know anything about that. What year was that?
I don't know. Another early 2000s.
03.
He don't get me wrong. He's got some stinkers. I remember watching Ready Player One last year for the first time.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly was doing something.
It did what I needed to at the time.
Lena Waithe.
Oh my
Jump scare Lena Waithe actually made that movie kind of work for me.
Yeah. Actually, I take it all back.
That's like the kind of movie that my parents really like.
That has Jen written all over it. Yeah. Oh my god.
Jen loves her some Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm. Does she like Tron and stuff like that?
Have you seen the trailer for the new Tron?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
How's it look?
It looks like Tron.
Okay.
Yeah,
like good. It looks like Tron.
It looks very Tron. It's also like all music by 9 Inch Nails, which is kind of interesting.
After they had Daft Punk do the last one, that's a real that really
feels like a departure,
stings.
Right?
I don't know. I never
Daft
saw
Punk
it.
Feels more like
it just seems
Tron,
right. Well, it just seems right for it. Yes, yeah, it's Daft Punk.
R.I.P. Daft Punk. R.I.P. Daft Punk.
Yeah, truly.
Definitely not forgotten.
I always wanted to buy one of those Daft Punk helmets, and then I looked up how much they were, and I don't have that desire anymore. I always thought it would be such a good, like, couples, like, you know, just two-person Halloween costume.
Yes.
To, like, run Daft Punk. But if you want to go legit with those helmets, they are not cheap. If, you know, the lights and the optics and everything. Mad respect. The only French people I respect, Daft Punk. Unlike the French Nazi in this movie.
Oh my god, what a sellout.
They were like, what's the worst kind of person we can think of? Not only are they a Nazi, but they're also French.
Exactly. He really layered it on thick.
I especially liked the other bad guy too, though. Who what did you say his name was?
I don't know what his title is. Like Toht, though. It's Toht. We hate him. He's awful. He's like slimy.
They never say his name in the movie, but he's just like has this Pete Buttigieg rat face.
Yes.
And he's in the like classic Nazi like trench coat. He's just scurrying around.
He does give rat.
Yeah. He's got this big old hat. He doesn't say more than like maybe
he's like sniveling. He's just
60
sniveling.
words in the entire sniveling. He doesn't say more than like 60 words in the entire movie though.
Wait, you know
he's just there like grimacing.
You know who was there for like a really long time though? Actually, was the first jump scare in this film for me was Thick Daddy Doc Ock, Alfred Molina, showing up. How old he was? So baby faced here.
He's 1981. This movie was.
1981.
He was
probably like
do the math.
In his 20s or something.
I'm gonna guess 23.
I was so happy to see him. here, and he was on screen for like a good while as well.
Oh yeah, he's the entire opening scene,
And
essentially.
I feel like Indiana Jones always has like a +1, but he can never have 28. Oh my god!
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god, he looks 14. He looks so
14.
small. I guess I just only ever imagine him as like an adult man.
He came out like that. So,
but I feel like Indiana Jones always has his like +1, but like he never has more than one like companion.
No,
right?
it's too much.
So you gotta always be cycling them out. So I love that we swapped out Doc Ock for Gimli at one point. Like that was a fair trade to me. I was sad to see Alfred Molina go, but I was happy to see Rhys Davies arrive.
Dude, I love me some John Rhys Davies. I love his voice as Solid does a lot for me. I don't know.
I love that they were just like having him sing too. They were just like, yeah, really just do some things that someone with a baritone will, it'll be effective on film. Steven Spielberg's like, do a little song too.
Yeah.
While you're at it.
Show off a little. Don't hold back. But yeah, so Ryan, you've seen this movie I asked you
entirely
earlier.
too many times.
Entirely too many times.
Actually, no, not enough times.
Fair enough.
Actually.
But I remember growing up with this, and this was like
my thing. This was my shtick.
your thing. Yeah. What's the right word?
Like all-time fave? Like if somebody were to ask you, like, what's your favorite movie? Would you have said this, or would you have said like Star Wars or something else?
It's like every other day it's between this or Last Crusade. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of lump them together. It's like, oh, what's your favorite movie? What's on your Letterboxd top 4? I'm like, it's both of these. They count as the same.
Or you just say Indiana Jones and hope they don't ask any further specification.
Okay.
They, in my mind, they are the same like entity.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so how do you feel about the continuation of the series?
Bad.
Yeah.
I think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was a thing.
Oh, Dara, did you ever see that one?
No.
Oh my god, Kate Blanchett looks insane.
With the bowl cut.
I don't even know if I could call it a bob. It's a bowl cut.
I know there's a new one with Phoebe Waller-Bridge in it.
Yes. How was that?
Bad, very bad.
Oh, it just seems sad. It's just he's aging.
It is. It's very sad.
Oh.
It's like I don't want to watch this sad.
Oh.
And the MacGuffin of the movie is the Dial of Destiny, which is a time machine. Spoiler alert. I don't know. You're not missing much if you haven't seen this and I'm spoiling it for you. It's not good.
Yeah. I mean, hey, they lean into the hokey stuff in these, though. I forgot, or not forgot, but, like, thinking about it now, like, he leans into all of the magical elements so hard here.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, that's throughout every movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones himself saying, like, I don't believe in all this. It's a very Han Solo line. Han Solo says a similar line in A New Hope. He's like, hokey religions and magic lightsabers are nothing but good blast directors. Like he says a similar line in this. It's like I don't believe in like hoo-ha and you're thinking of the boogeyman. It's like, and then Indiana Jones also goes and it's like, oh, I just saw God himself.
And then he's like, I'm gonna rob this indigenous community of their artifacts for some fucking college in Connecticut.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, Commercial College.
Oh my god.
I want like a reverse Indiana Jones. I was just Googling, I thought I saw something on Twitter, or I'm sorry, X the Everything app, about that Disney was like rumoring a reboot, like a TV show or something, and everyone was like, Pedro Pascal, has to be Pedro Pascal.
No.
So I saw all this like, will Pedro Pascal be Indiana Jones? And I also saw some comments about the guy,
Chris Evans,
the guy they got to play young Han Solo in the Solo
That'd
movie.
be funny.
That would be so funny if they got him again.
Actually, not bad. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I think that would be pretty funny.
How did he do in that movie? I never saw that one.
I never saw it either.
It was a bad movie.
Fine.
I'm sure.
I heard
He was fine. He was sort of fine.
But like the story was like weird. I know. I think Donald Glover's in it.
Donald Glover is in it.
Mm-hmm. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is also in it. She voices one of the droids in it, I believe.
Is she?
I don't see why not.
Oh yeah.
Lupita was Was she in that one? She was in one of them.
Don't think it was that one. I don't know. I'm really losing track of the Star Wars universe.
Everyone's telling me to watch Andor.
I've heard it's fantastic.
I haven't. I lost all hope with the Star Wars TV series. I think it was
which one?
Not the Mandalorian. It was the one about Boba Fett. Fett. It was the Boba Fett series that Henry and I were so jazzed because we were like, hell yeah, Boba Fett's cool as fuck. There's so much cool shit they're gonna do with this, and it just was such a disappointment that since then I've sworn off. Haven't watched the new Mandalorians, haven't watched any of it. And everyone's saying Andor's really good, so I don't know.
That's the wild thing to me, because wasn't that like the first real spinoff after like the success of the Mandalorian, and it fucking tanked or something like that?
Boba Fett was not like nobody cared.
Yeah.
It was just
I did. I wanted it to be good, and it wasn't. I think Boba Fett is so cool.
Yeah,
I think the reasoning is I just felt like Mandalorian season 2.5. I think that's why people didn't like it.
I liked the Obi-Wan one. That one was good.
That's a bold take.
Yeah, a lot of people say that's ass.
I've heard it was. I watched it. It was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine. I wouldn't like watch it again.
I liked the duel, but other than that,
I just don't pay for Disney anymore.
It was really once I saw Lizzo and Jack Black in the
right.
It was like an okay.
I'm shutting the computer.
I know they're doing a Mandalorian movie, which is set to release in like 2027. It's like, do we really need this?
Pedro Pascal is hardly even doing the acting anymore.
Yeah.
He just does the voice stuff. He's not in the suit.
He's not in the suit. The only time he's in the suit is when he takes the helmet off, and he doesn't take the helmet off.
Exactly. It's wild.
It's like the guy who had to stand next to Armie Hammer in the Social Network movie, and then they didn't tell him until afterwards that then they just had Armie Hammer do all the scenes again, and they CG'd him in to be the Winklevoss twins.
I didn't know that.
It's like, that's the same, like, that poor guy in the Mandalorian suit. He's getting Winklevoss number 2'd.
Absolutely.
What a bummer. We should celebrate him, too. Let him take the mask off. Where is he at the... I mean, maybe he keeps the mask on because he's an uggo. Who's to say? Maybe he likes the privacy, too. I would maybe like that, you know?
You don't have to do makeup.
Get a big check and have no one know who you are. That's actually probably a move.
Yeah.
I'm an uggo as well. I keep the mask on. Oh, wait, you know who's not an uggo, though? Oh, Harrison Ford. This movie is so sweaty.
It's a sexy movie.
He's running around. He's got that fedora on. He's got that shit on.
Spielberg knew what he was doing.
They tried to put him in those little glasses for 1 second, and I said, I am not buying this.
But I loved it. Did you not?
I said, that man can't read. You're telling me he's a professor at a college? No fucking way. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Those are blue light glasses.
Absolutely.
I know a poser when I see one, okay?
I think in this movie he's supposed to be... I think he's born in 1899. So I think in this movie he's 5?
Sure.
1934 is this movie taking place
34,
in? Maybe, yeah.
He might be 30.
In mid-30s.
He's in his 30s.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that you're just already a professor at, like...
I don't know.
Well...
He seems to be, like, really world-renowned, and he's connected with all the other, like, he seems to have many mentors.
A lot of connections that if you look into the expanded lore of Indiana Jones, you're like, how do you know all of this?
Mm-hmm. Just a bunch of white men who want to steal shit.
Exactly. The ethics of this is not...
Here's my reboot pitch.
Mm-hmm,
you do like Michael B. Jordan's character in Black Panther, right? Yeah. And you have them like steal from the museums and give back to the culture, like a Robin Hood thing.
Yes.
You have Indiana Jones be a person of color who's like robbing the British museums.
Oh my god!
And like smuggling the artifacts back to where they're supposed to be.
Oh my god! What's that one famous one that the British Museum has? And it's like one of the Greek goddesses. And all of her sisters are in Greece. And like they just
depressing.
Refuse to give it back.
It's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be gas. I like the sound of that.
Who would you cast? Who is your
Michael B. Jordan.
Fair enough.
Let's just keep these good vibes going.
Absolutely.
He's having his moment right now. He can also play a twin of himself again. God.
Wait, did you see he is directing and starring in a movie where he plays, actually this is so on topic, he plays a rich, oh my god, he's like a rich boy who like likes to steal for fun, and Lily Gladstone is his oh my god, she's like, Hold on, I have to find
His
this.
accomplice?
No. She's...
The FBI agent trying to track him down.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, here. The film follows a rich playboy who enjoys stealing art for a hobby, but meets his match in an insurance investigator who quickly fall for each other. This is... Oh my god. Wait, this is literally happening. He's playing...
Damn, I will
he's
say...
doing what you're doing.
I don't mean to shout out Michael B. Jordan too hard, though, because he is a Jonathan Majors apologist, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that ain't it.
But also Keke Palmer, what the hell?
Ugh.
What the hell? People keep letting me down. Stop letting abusers onto your platform.
Please.
Stop.
I think Keke Palmer, no. I'd like to know.
Yeah.
You like to know? I do too.
I don't know. That's a complete non sequitur or complete departure from what we're talking about. But I'd like to know.
Wait, to continue a non sequitur, I have to address this somewhat at the top of the episode.
Oh, yes.
Ezra, I'm so sorry. Ezra wrote in to the swamp with a suggestion for Spielberg month. Warhorse. I just have to tell you, not fucking happening, okay? Because when I was in 3rd grade, I was in a little book club.
Tell them.
And the book club is like everyone cycled through who got to pick the books. And they were all these fucking bitches who did not like the same shit as me. But my mom was like, it's a social way to read, and you were not doing sports. And I was like, whatever, I'm not reading this horse book. I hated it, and then when I expressed that, all the horse girls were upset with me. I have a personal beef with Warhorse. Why did Steven Spielberg make a horse movie?
Know.
I don't know. I don't need to know. I'm closing the case.
Absolutely.
You did suggest, though, Ryan, you suggested we do a horse month, and that, I think, would just get me riled up. I just don't know how I feel about horses. Well, I do know how I feel. It's negative about horses.
Yeah. I'm pretty neutral, but yeah, no, I can't say I have any very strong feelings on them either way.
Did you grow up with the movie Spirit?
Did we?
Can't say we did.
You didn't want to fuck that horse?
I don't think I did.
I think we were more like a Brother Bear household.
Oh.
Yeah, we were definitely a Brother Bear household.
Yeah, same, for sure.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen Spirit.
Brother Bear, was that?
I don't know.
Who did the music in Brother Bear? Was that?
Phil Collins.
Duh, I should have known.
I'm on my way.
I should have known.
Phil Collins. Phil Collins in the soundtrack for an Indiana Jones movie.
No, I was obsessed though. We watched this. We just watched this, and I put the subtitles on as I often do. And every time the music would play, it would say Williams Indiana Jones theme or something, or like Raiders theme.
The Raiders March is what I said.
Williams Raiders March, but like we get the full John Williams credit in the subtitle.
As you should.
And it's the theme, you know, it's like we're identifying the musical themes in the subtitles. I kind of was appreciative of that.
This is a quick shout out to anyone that lives in Massachusetts and wants to do some really cool shit. You've definitely talked before about how you went to Tanglewood. Or maybe that was it Tanglewood?
It was at the Boston Symphony Orchestra.
Okay, so
I think they do it at they do it probably all over. You can probably look into this because they probably do it in a lot of other venues, but where they play the movie and do the score.
I know Tanglewood, if you're in Massachusetts or Western Massachusetts or anywhere around that area, they'll do these big movie nights and everything like that. Like, I think this
August 1st, Return of the Jedi.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Ryan.
Are you going?
Got the dates.
Maybe.
That'd be awesome. I went and saw an E.T. one once, and Henry was really pissed because my mom was like going to buy the tickets, and she's like, we can either go to E.T. or Jaws. And I picked E.T. And Henry was like, why the fuck would you not pick Jaws? And I was like,
unfortunately, I think he was right.
I just like E.T. better. Sorry, what can I say?
That's fair. I just want my weird little guy.
I kind of agree with you, though, picking E.T. because E.T., the flying theme is so, like, big.
Majestic. I mean, all John Williams, he went God mode on that.
Yeah.
But Jaws is more of, like, a subtle thing, right?
I mean, yeah, that would have been really good.
It would have been really good if you were, like, in the
water. If it was 4D, you actually you have to tread water for the entire duration of the film. That That would be crazy. What if we combine? Okay, here's my business pitch. Also, we're gonna combine. We're gonna combine like films with escape rooms. So it's gonna be like Saw, or like Saw, but you're like chained up in a basement
while that's a good idea.
Watch the movie. Like fully immersive. Or like a shark movie, and you have to tread water or something.
Yeah, we were just talking about what restaurant you would make like based on a movie or a TV show or something like that. But I like this better.
Yeah, like full like 5D film experience.
I'd obviously do Clue.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like a big escape room or something like that.
I actually hate escape rooms. I get bossy and mean.
It's one of those things you can't stop it. Though.
I get really rude to my friends and family when I'm in an escape room situation.
I refuse to do escape rooms for that exact reason, because I know for a fact the second I step in, I'm like, I swear to God, if we fail,
you guys are doing it wrong. You guys are doing it wrong.
You're idiots. You're all fucking idiots. Oh my God. All I can think about is imagine seeing your ex after slamming 15 shots.
Okay, the way...
I want to get into the Marion of it all.
Marion, I feel for this woman so severely because she was a business owner.
Yep. Small business woman.
Small business woman. What?
Two things can be true.
But she, was minding her business. She seemed like she got over whatever trauma happened between them. In Nepal, slamming shots with her homies. And then he comes... just acts like an asshole, does not consider her feelings at all.
Doesn't apologize once.
He deserves to get punched into the face there. He did.
Absolutely.
He really did.
And then he burns her small business to the ground.
I was going to say, this is one of those movies where I was like, I've obviously seen this movie like dozens of times, having grown up with Ryan, but you always remember Indiana Jones being like cool, like a cool and suave guy. This man sucks.
This man got his shit kicked in this movie, and that's why I like it.
Yeah, and he deserves it.
Like he gets shot. He just gets a tar smacked out of him.
Yeah, he gets shot, and then they punch the spot where he got shot over and over.
I was like, I felt that. But yeah, no, he literally left this poor woman tied up with a bunch of Nazis.
And she's like, please don't do that. And he's like, sorry, babe. And then just leaves her.
Sorry, gotta go. Yeah, literally, gotta go find the Ark of the Government.
The Ark of the Government.
The Ark
of the Government. The Ark of the Government.
That's where it ended up. You're not wrong.
Yeah, true. To the government. In the government warehouse. I thought it was going to be a boat. Can I come clean? Ark, I thought this was going to be a boat. They were talking about it. I'm like, okay, they're searching for the boat.
You went to CCD, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they talk about enough arcs.
Ark. Well, yeah. I don't know the word arc. That rings boat to me, and it was like a vessel, sort of.
Absolutely.
It was giving arc in a way, but I really thought they were trying to find a ship, like in National Treasure. You know how they're looking for the ship underground?
Oh,
I thought they were looking for a ship.
I forgot.
Like archaeological digs can involve finding old boats. You know?
Absolutely.
I thought that's where we were headed with this.
This came at a really good time because I'm kind of in my National Geographic moment on YouTube. I've been watching about the digs they've been doing in the pyramids in Sudan, and they'll have to go scuba diving because they're all flooded, so they have to go dig it up underwater. Very cool stuff.
Like, this is happening now?
Yeah, they posted it like a week ago or so. Yeah.
And they're like doing these archaeological digs? What are they looking for? Just old shit? Obviously.
Just old shit, but like this is one of those tombs that it's essentially, it would be, because it got flooded so long ago, it wasn't able to be plundered back in like ancient times. So it's a complete tomb, like in the way that like King Tut's was a complete tomb. Like the reason King Tut was famous is because his tomb was untouched. This would be the exact same thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, never happens. So it'll be pretty sick.
We'll have to keep up on this Sudanese archaeological expedition.
Yeah. So yeah, this was really, really ringing my bell. This watch.
I took an archaeology class in college that was just all about monkeys because it was a science requirement. But it was like it was called like, archaeological biology.
Sure.
And then I transferred colleges and the other college did not accept it as a science credit. They're like, you learned about monkey bones. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like science to me, bitch.
There was some really good monkey propaganda in this movie.
They killed that monkey and it really upset me.
They did poison the monkey.
That monkey also did
See Kyle.
which
Oh
is
my
his-
god. Yeah. Steven Spielberg having the monkey salute Hitler was crazy.
Who was the monkey working for, though? The guy on the motorcycle,
The guy on the
right?
motorcycle, yes.
Yeah.
Who is like spy.
Espionage
Yeah.
situation.
I'd have to read into the novelization. I don't want to do that right now.
There needed to be bad guys of every race, you know? There
Well, yeah,
needed to be a
of
bad
course.
guy in a turban and a bad guy who's a Nazi and a bad guy who's French but also a Nazi.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
of
we
course.
needed a variety.
Covering it all, really.
I still think like one of the craziest things about this movie is that Paul Friedman, the guy that just plays Belloc, just eats a fly.
Oh my god.
Was that like real?
Yeah.
Did that really
Yes,
happen?
that really happened.
He just like didn't break the
yeah,
scene?
he didn't break it.
Ugh.
And Spielberg was like, well,
That's
I
the-
guess.
that's the-
Oh,
shot.
I know he was
That's the
jazzed.
shot.
I know he was so jazzed when he
Ugh.
saw that.
The other fun fact I would like to share.
Please, yeah, give us all your fun facts because I know
So
you're
many
full
fun
of them.
facts.
Yeah,
about this
let's go
movie.
fact mode. Fact
So-
corner.
The big scene where it's like the guy in the black turban who's like swinging the sword.
Of course, yes.
The obvious scene where Indiana Jones just like shoots the guy.
Looney
Yes.
Tunes ass
Yes.
response. Yeah,
Looney Tunes
hilarious.
ass response. Originally in the script, it was supposed to be some big fight scene.
Yes.
At the time of like shooting of this, Harrison Ford had dysentery.
What?
I
Yes.
didn't know it was dysentery.
Yes.
He drank poop water?
Oh my god.
But he was suffering from dysentery, and he was like, "Well, I
Were the
really,
filming conditions really that bad?
I don't know. I wouldn't
This
know."
was well, they were in Tunisia for
Shouts out Tatooine.
yeah, yes, of course, yeah.
But-
The boys were really kikiing about this. I'm sure Spielberg and Lucas were like just jazzed.
He's like, I know a spot. Don't
yeah.
worry.
Hey, brother, I got you.
I got it on retainer.
Literally.
I've got a good working relationship with the Tunisian government.
Of course. But so, okay, Harrison Ford
had dysentery at the time, and he was like, "Can I just shoot the guy?" And they said yes, and it's become one of the most iconic like scenes in the entire
franchise.
franchise.
Which makes sense, though, because I thought you were going to say that he just argued, like, why would Indiana Jones go to all these lengths to do this big choreographed fight thing when he has a gun? Which is what I was
Exactly.
thinking through most of this movie. Like, I guess he does get his gun, like, lost maybe or something, but when he's in a lot of fist-to-fist combat and just getting punched, I'm like, do you not have a firearm on you?
Yeah.
Like, just shoot him.
I see it, girl. I see it on your hip. What are you doing?
I get that we want to go crazy whip sometimes. I get
Of
that.
course.
I get that sometimes you need to feel manly and get
Show
a few
off.
punches in, but
What I will say though about this movie is I love the punch sound effect. Is that weird to say?
No,
it feels right.
No,
it's crunchy. It's nice.
Spielberg really leans into his sound effects in this one, I think.
Well, everything is like dialed up, right? Like the lighting and the shadows and the sound design and everything is just like more intense. I feel like we're really losing. I don't know that like the shadows in this movie just like made me gasp. I'm like, why don't movies look like that anymore? Just like that golden light on his face. I just feel like we don't see that kind of filmmaking.
I really loved the bar scene. That one really did it for me.
A lot of like big contrasting because obviously it's the fire. And
of course,
it's great. When they reveal him through shadow in
the opening scene,
in that which is just a fantastic like face reveal of the character, right?
Yeah, that was so hot.
And in when he gets to Marion's bar, that like the shadow that is you can just see his
that one
silhouette.
too.
The iconic, the hat,
That is what part of like an iconic character is the silhouette. And that is like that's what it is.
Yeah, I guess I never would have thought of that. Yeah.
a lot of really just smart and good filmmaking. It's like why Spielberg is the GOAT, you know?
Of course.
He does nail it.
He gets it.
He nails it. Welcome to our sing-along portion of the show where we do a cappella renditions of your favorite John Williams themes. The choral instructor will be my mother Jen. Just kidding. The quiz master or question distributor, chocolate or vanilla creator Jen is here to ask us. She's just going to say two things. We're all going to say which one we like better. That's the game. Jen, how are you today? And is there a theme this week?
I am fantastic and no theme off the dome for Emily.
Woo! Let's go! Hell yeah!
So to establish answer in order, Jen will ask the question. Me, Dara, I will answer. Then Emily, then Ryan, then Jen. Then we'll circle back.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Vanilla.
Taking vanilla this week.
I'll go chocolate.
A 50-50 split. We rarely get vanilla takers.
I never get this backup. Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan, do you listen to the pod and play along with chocolate? Do you play along with chocolate or vanilla?
I've never considered playing along. I probably should, though.
In your mind? Yeah, play along at home. Okay. Or at least in your mind, what do you like better? I know, I'd be yelling in my car. I'd be like, what are you bitches talking about?
No, for real.
I have bad opinions. Yeah, I'll stand on that.
Yeah, write in if you think that we have a take that you think is absurd. I want to hear you argue.
All right, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
Chocolate.
I'm gonna stick vanilla, I think, today.
Strawberry.
Ooh, I'm gonna go strawberry too. Okay, first one. You get a giant Lego kit. You're gonna do the Eiffel Tower or the Death Star?
I have no respect for the nation of France, so I will be picking the Death Star. I've never... Do they have a big Death Star
they
Lego?
Do.
Is it like $1,000?
It is... I think the most recent one they put out was $400.
Yeah, This is funny because Ryan, I remember, saved up his money from his first communion as a child to afford to buy himself the Lego Death Star.
Yep, and I did just that, and it's still sitting in the house.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's amazing. I did the Millennium Falcon, which was a big one. Once it was like, the whatever 1,000-piece set, but I know that the Death Star one is even bigger.
Yeah. Large. I really like the Death Star one, but I personally love the symmetry that comes with the big Lego structures, like the buildings that they have, or the architecture, I guess, one. So I'm going to go Eiffel Tower on this.
I'm going Death Star.
Of course.
I've done
Obviously,
it before. I'll do it again.
Jen?
Death Star for me, for sure. Ryan, do you think it's a hack to get the ones that look like paintings where you just push the mosaics on instead of building it?
That is not a me question. That is an Alyssa question, because Alyssa's done those before.
I don't know.
Like, do you think that counts? I guess it counts. It's just, I think it would be less fun.
Exactly.
Part of Lego is working in the 3D space, If you're just doing it flat, then it's like one of those diamond paintings or something.
Exactly.
It's just, different energy.
Agreed.
Pringles, Ruffles, or Lay's?
Ruffles. Ooh, I need my chip to have some texture. I want it to slice up the roof of my mouth.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go Lay's on this one because they have more variety, I suppose. You can get the wavy or you can get the flat ones. So I'll go Lay's.
Ruffles has flavors, though.
They do.
You can get sour cream and onion Ruffles. You can get barbecue Ruffles.
Wait, are the Ruffles...
And they're a heartier chip.
Yeah.
Wait, are those the Ruffles over there that you literally have sitting
No,
here?
those are Utz. That's
Those
are local Ruffles.
Utz and Wachusett.
Love Wachusett.
Sour cream and onion.
In my sandwich? Fuck me up.
I'm still gonna go Lay's though, I think. What about you?
I think I'm also going to go Lay's. Like a Lay's, I don't know if kettle cooked counts, but Lay's kettle cooked salt and vinegar drives me insane.
Solid.
So
Talk about slice up the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, really.
Literally.
And burn.
I am unfortunately a salt and vinegar girly. I am not sorry.
Someone's got to be.
Exactly.
I'm going to go Lay's. And I'm with you. I like a salt and vinegar chip, but I don't love it all the time. I only like it sometimes. Like,
it's a special occasion chip.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Unicorns or narwhals?
Unicorns aren't real, so I'll pick narwhals. Because they are real. And I'm pretty sure they're endangered.
I thought narwhals weren't real either.
What? What are you talking about?
I thought they were made up, no?
No, narwhals are real.
What do those actually look like?
What are you? Google a narwhal and it'll be an actual National Geographic official photo. They're like whales, but they've got the horn.
Oh yeah, they are pretty impressive.
And they're cool as fuck.
Yeah, I'll go narwhal in this one. They
Check
are
out
really cool.
when they kill something and it's all bloody too. Very cool. The ocean, dope as fuck.
Terrifying.
It's just metal as hell.
Yeah. I'm going to take narwhals as well.
Dang.
Well, now I'm going to take narwhal because I I just realized it's a real animal. I thought it was just stuffed animal made up. Next one. Man bun, dad joke, or mom jeans?
Mom jeans. Mom jeans for sure. I love a mom jean. I love an adjustable waistband in my jeans. A man bun is fine, but don't self-identify as that, please. I also do love a dad joke, but it does need to come from the right place. Sometimes you can tell that a dad joke is coming from a forced place of awkwardness where it should just roll off, you know, it should be easy. And if you don't inherently have that kind of dad energy, then don't even try.
This is tough. I'm feeling pretty partial to the man bun today because I'm growing my hair pretty long at the moment and it's in the middle of summer, so I'm reaching tiny little man bun territory.
I was gonna say, can you get it off the back?
Barely.
That's all you need.
Yeah. But I am also partial to the mom jean, so I'm gonna stick with her today. She's tried and true.
I do appreciate a good dad joke. I don't really understand the concept of mom jeans simply because I think I'm just a man.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what. Yes.
I am also in the process of growing my hair out. I would like to eventually maybe try a man bun at some point. Maybe
you would commit to the length?
Maybe doing like kind of like a Geralt kind of vibe, like a half pony. Some I don't know if that counts, but I maybe
you have to be carrying a sword. But I think you do that often enough that
that's true.
Long hair.
I'll go man bun.
Yeah.
Nice. I want to go with dad joke as told by Jesse on Spring Baking Championship.
What's the joke?
He was always telling dad jokes.
I thought you had one for us, though. He's like a former football player who now hosts this baking show that my mom and I watch around the holidays. The spring one is less good than I love the holiday one, because that's when I want to watch people be like making cookies and stuff.
Wait, Jesse
Palmer.
Jesse Palmer.
He was the Bachelor at one point, too.
Oh, that I remember more than his football career. I vaguely remember hearing about him being the Bachelor.
He's my favorite dad joke teller.
Got it.
Next one is Harrison Ford or Sean Connery.
Harrison Ford.
Oh.
Sean Connery was Bond, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't really have any relationship with James Bond. Or Sean Connery really at all, I don't think.
He plays he plays Indiana Jones' dad.
Yeah, in the next one. Yeah, you'll see him.
Is there really that much of an age difference between those two men?
No, that's the funny thing.
Yeah.
I'll go Harrison Ford, even though I recently watched Blade Runner and really fucking hated it.
Ugh, that's such a bad movie, though. I almost don't put that on Harrison Ford, because he also seemed like he didn't want to be there. And I was like, I don't blame you. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'll go Harrison.
I'll go Harrison Ford because, I don't know, Sean Connery is Sean Connery. That's all I got. I have no ill will against the man, but like, Harrison Ford is my Indiana Jones, so...
Oh, wait, you know what I do fuck with? Highlander. Sean Connery is not.
Sean Connery is also in... There's a weird movie I kind of enjoy. It's Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. It's The Rock.
Yeah, the Alcatraz movie. It's wicked good.
Oh my god, and they break out of the prison?
Yes,
yes, I love that movie.
And they have like, well, we have to... There's terrorists on Alcatraz, and we have to go stop them from... putting some poison in the air and killing San Francisco. I'm dead serious. They have to break into Alcatraz.
All right.
And it's Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
It's a ridiculous movie.
And it's Michael Bay directing.
It's so ridiculous. It's a ridiculous.
And I think the gas was in these little green orbs.
Like gel capsules.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
Okay.
For that, I will pick Sean Connery also.
Shouts out The Rock.
I think you should do like jail theme maybe for a month.
Jail month, maybe. We'd have done Shawshank, which is like the jail movie.
Yeah, Jail January.
Jail January. Oh no! When we get sent to jail for inevitably saying something too problematic on this, when the government AI finally scrapes our transcripts and throws us away, then we'll do jail month from the jail, from the loony bin they throw us in. Oh my god. We were just taking a quick break, and Emily laughed, and Ryan called her the Pillsbury Doughboy, and I wasn't quite sure what this meant. So for all those at home, here's the Pillsbury Doughboy laughing. Did you get that?
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna be able to do it on you.
You do make that noise a lot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my coworkers have told me that I make that sound. So Brian really just brought it home with that.
That is sending me. Anyways.
But I got kicked out when we were talking about Queer Ultimatum. I just finished Queer Ultimatum. Have you finished it now?
No way. Jen, I haven't finished it yet, but they just got back together with their old partners. So
they just switched? Okay.
So juicy. I swear to God, if Megan stays with Dana instead of going with Haley, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
You think they should go with the new person?
Dana is insane. One of the most scary and manipulative people I've ever seen on TV.
Well, I can imagine that anyone who would sign up for that show is probably deranged.
You're cracked if you do that, but Jen's face is scaring me.
I'm trying to do the no face thing because I need to talk to you after you finish it.
Okay, yeah, I started watching it and I was really skeptical about most of them, but Megan has won me over and has had so much growth. And if she backtracks, I'm gonna flip out because I have loved her arc.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to say anything, but I need to talk to you afterwards.
Okay. I'll text you.
Next one, Charmander, Pikachu, or Jigglypuff?
Charmander. If we're doing battles, who do I want on my team? I want Charmander out of those three.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to go Charmander on this.
I am also going to go Charmander on this.
I'm going to go Jigglypuff.
Yeah, I knew that one was coming.
Shouts out Jigglypuff.
Next one, horror movie or rom-com?
Horror movie. I generally am skeptical about both genres, but I would pick a horror over a rom-com, I think.
I'm more impressed by horror, I think.
Yeah, agree.
Even if it's bad horror, over a bad rom-com. Right?
I just saw 28 Years Later, and there was an elderly couple sitting in the same row as me, and they left 10 minutes in. And I honestly, throughout the rest of the movie, I was like, it's a good thing they left. I'm like, if they didn't like the beginning, I'm like, honestly, good call for
all
them.
These zombie wangs are going to be too much.
Yeah, for Miriam over here.
I really like Nope. I think I'm gonna go horror. I don't like horror movies at all, but I feel like I could sit through a horror movie easier than I could sit through a rom-com.
Yeah, for sure. Without looking at my phone or something. Yeah, for sure.
I know, because if it's like a rom-com where there's any sort of secondhand embarrassment, take me out with a sniper, please.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot stand secondhand embarrassment. That's why I don't watch The Office.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with rom-com. You knew I was. Next one is original Doritos or Cool Ranch Doritos?
Original is nacho cheese. You're saying red or blue?
Yes.
I think
red bag, blue bag.
I would pick the blue. I would like to pick the alternate third choice purple. I like the sweet chili.
Yeah.
But I think I would go. I like both. Both have their merits, but I would go blue.
I'm gonna go red. I'm gonna keep it classic.
Nacho cheese.
I think I'm gonna go Cool Ranch, simply because this is barely even count. They make a flaming hot Cool Ranch that actually is really
that
flaming
hot
ranch.
It's really good.
Flaming cool. That sounds good.
It's good.
I just like those little blue dots on the chips.
It's tis peak, my lord. I fear.
I love dipping a Cool Ranch Dorito in sour cream.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And that is it. Also, Emily, sidebar, I always dream about work, and Haley from Ultimatum was in my dream a couple nights ago. She was at my work. What's that?
You were co-workers with her in your dream?
She was at my work while I was messing up emails in my dream.
Oh my god.
She seems like she'd be a good coworker.
Yeah.
Jen, as always. Wait, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was going to say that's it for chocolate and vanilla.
Jen, as always, thank you for being here. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys. I love you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Do we want to answer some questions? I fielded to the people.
Yes, yes. Thank you for writing in, guys.
I got a lovely fuck, marry, kill, the giant rock, the gold figure, and the whip. I love that.
Okay.
I think I want to marry the giant rock.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like a Sisyphusian thing, but I'm going to be into it, you know? And it's going to, am I being chased or am I pushing it up the hill?
Hey.
Or what are we doing?
One must imagine Sisyphus happy.
I'm going to kill the gold figure because that's going to feel really like powerful to me. And then I'm going to fuck the whip, obviously.
I
gotta agree with you.
Yeah, you get behind that one?
I get behind that one.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna marry the whip because she's got my back no matter what. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's gonna get me out of a sticky situation if I need to. Like if I need her, she's gonna be there for me, and that's what I need in a partner.
And a little kinky too.
Of course. I'm gonna...
You're gonna fuck that boulder?
I'm gonna fuck that boulder, I think.
That is a nice boulder.
I like something to grab onto.
Wait, I kind of do want to get rolled over by it,
right?
Know?
Oh my god, please Flat Stanley me. That would feel so good.
Flat Emily.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of... I just figured out my archaeological name because that was another question that we had.
Yes, this was really good. Like how his name is Indiana Jones, what would your archaeological alias be? This was a great question.
Okay.
We were kind of thinking about this earlier.
I like Flat Emily, but I really wanted to do you need the two initials or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go F.E. Smith. Or something like that, because that's just a common last name. So Flat Emily.
Oh, sure. If you're doing okay, I heard.
I
heard F.E. Smith is in town.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. One of those.
That's very I feel like it could be a really classy.
Exactly.
Kind of you're not the archaeologist. You're funding the operation.
Absolutely.
You frack.
But I get to.
And you use the fracking money to give back to the community by doing archaeological digs. That's what I'm getting from F.E. Smith.
Okay, what about Ryan? Did you think of one? You were marinating on this for a while.
I was marinating on this for quite a while. And I'm going to go with, this is going to sound really generic, but Edward Clark.
Edward Clark. Eddie Clark.
That sounds like an old school name.
It's good to, have a name that people can also do a little nickname if they're friendly with you, because he's Indiana Jones, but, you can tell that him and Rhys Davies are tight because he's, Indy. Sure. Indy, my buddy. Okay. So I if you were Edward Clark, it's those who give you the firsty lasty, respect, but those who are Eddie, buddy, then as an audience, we would understand your relationship further.
Of course.
Hands on short. Eddie.
Yeah. Hard smack.
Yeah.
What about you?
I give more sidekick energy. I think I'm more who the plus one would be for a little bit until I got ran over by the big boulder or something.
Yeah.
But I was thinking recently about a good drag king persona.
Oh, please, let's hear it.
I've been working on it, and it's a quintessential Massachusetts towny college boy. You play that character, and his name is Duncan.
Oh, Duncan's a great side character.
And so you're Duncan the Boston guy.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's good.
It'd be so hilarious, but then also to go by the full name of Dunkachino. But as far as aliases go, I think anything is good. I think anything is good that's the blank, the Protestant. Or the title, but people call you,
the cobbler.
I would want, like the shoemaker or something really ominous and nonsensical.
Yeah. That sounds very Wes Anderson-y or
the
something.
Circus master. I don't know. Exactly. The candy man. Something like that.
I was going to say, you sound like you would be on a board game.
Right, yeah. I just want to be on Candyland. I actually don't want to be an archaeologist. I want to be a character in Candyland.
Please don't make me be an archaeologist.
Please don't make me go dig out in the sun. Oh my god, don't make me steal from these communities. Honestly, he robs the temple of the statue, and all of these indigenous people are weaponed up, pointing at him, being like, fuck you. And I'm like, they should kill him.
Absolutely.
I agree with them.
Yeah, they tried.
Get his ass.
He's quick, though. But, okay, this is a good question, considering that we're both touching on archaeology from both last week and this week. Which would you prefer? Digging up dinosaur bones or going after, like, lost treasures from past civilizations?
Ooh.
What would be your niche if you had one?
I don't know. I think I would like to like refurbish old clothes, like costumes. No, like for real, to like go and like historically preserve like really old garments and stuff.
Okay, from digs and stuff.
Like find, you know.
Oh, okay, yes.
I think that would be really cool.
Absolutely. Oh my god, yeah. The
like
way
textiles, you know? I think I'd want to work in textiles.
Okay.
Rugs, furniture,
that's
clothes.
Detail-oriented stuff.
And like...
Is that like anthropology? Is that what that is?
That's anthropology is like the study of...
people, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess kind of.
Yeah, like anthropological, archaeological... That would be probably more anthropology than archaeology, but if we were digging for it, it would be archaeology.
Exactly. What about you, Ryan? What would be your niche?
I was a dinosaur kid, and I am still a dinosaur kid. I'm picking paleontology every single time.
Absolutely. I was really into rocks as a kid, so maybe not archaeology, but I would definitely be like on that geology wave. I like that shit.
I don't want to be outside, actually. Like,
I
want to be back in the lab doing the refurbishing, like in the lab with the gloves on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love watching those videos of them restore old paintings.
Oh my god!
And like the really careful restoration process for like really old oil paintings and stuff.
Absolutely.
So cool. I got shaky hands, though. We also got the good question, what would you write on your eyelids to get your celeb crush's attention? I loved this scene when he was doing his little fake professor moment where he's like, I'm teaching a class. Then a bell rings and they all leave. Was college like that? In the fucking 30s, everyone was like putting an apple on the teacher's desk and waiting for the bell to ring. That's some third grade ass behavior.
No, truly. Huh, what would I write?
But she wrote love you on her eyelids and was like giving him the slow blink. Maybe like be afraid. Or like something kind of like vaguely threatening. Because then they're like on edge. And that's what you want. It's like a heightened sense of
I would
fear.
just draw like one of those like emoji winky faces on
winky
my
face on the eyelid
while I'm winking at him. So it's like double winks.
I feel... What if you just put your number?
Oh, yeah,
That's also
right.
good, yeah.
Or like call me. And then
Yeah.
the number's tattooed on the inside of your lip.
Yeah, not bad.
They say that those are the only tattoos that will truly go away.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Hard to say.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of infection.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
And then, this is a non-related question, but somebody asked, what are your hobbies and current interests? Love this really open-ended question to share. I would love Ryan to share, because you have, like, a really cool hobby.
Yeah.
I think I'll link your Instagram in the description below if you'd like people to check out your stuff. Because it is very impressive.
Dude, oh my god. Ryan does cosplay, and he's really fucking good at it.
All right. I don't know. So I cosplay. I do a lot of making. I do sewing. I do 3D printing. I do foam work. I just do.
You do all of it.
I do all of it.
Wigs, makeup.
Makeup.
Dude, you're like all gas on that.
All gas, no breaks.
Exactly.
What are some of your like
highlights.
best ones you've done?
Best highlights?
Yeah.
I cosplayed Dracula from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I made that costume as like a joke, and then it's now my most popular one.
Yeah,
it looks great.
It took me a month and a half, and I did it. I don't remember making any of it, but I did it, and it looks great.
Yeah, I feel like you are like very much not the procrastinator, because you do take on like gigantic works, but I feel like every time you're making something, you're like,
this is for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're like, I have a week to do this.
Yeah.
This is 2 weeks worth
It's
of work.
called, in the cosplay community, this term is called con crunching. Where it's like, okay, I have 2 days before the deadline of when I want to wear this, or when I leave to go to X, Y, and Z. Can I get this done? And the answer is usually somehow yes.
Yeah. Ryan's made... Oh, no, please. Sorry.
I have a con coming up in...
yes. Yeah, tell the people about your most recent one. Who are you being coming up?
2 weeks?
Coming up.
Not less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's 10 days. The next convention I'm going to is Kineticon down in Hartford. I'm hosting
Shout
a Broadway meetup on Friday. I will be the Phantom of the Opera. I love having to do my makeup for that. I love my prosthetic work. It's very fun.
Was that sarcasm?
No. I really love doing the prosthetic for Phantom.
Spirit gum?
Spirit gum.
We love spirit gum.
I'm trying Pros-Aid out specifically for the mouth area because spirit gum, when it gets wet, like, falls off.
Mm-hmm.
So you
also tastes like glue.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant thing to work with. Phantom on Friday. I might change into another Broadway costume later in the day if it gets too hot, which it probably will. And then on Saturday, I will be Gambit from X-Men and also Soldier from Team Fortress 2. And then probably something else because both of those costumes are very, very toasty. So
yeah.
How do you do an outfit change? You just like bring it with you?
Yeah. I have a hotel. I have a hotel booked.
Oh, okay.
So
you can go back and forth. Okay.
That's going to be a really tough one. Very quick turnaround.
Could you wear one under the other and do like a reveal?
No.
That would be kind of a slay.
I have... Well, my Phantom cosplay is kind of transforming where I can just take the mask off and you can see the whole deformity, which is... I love it so much. It's such a great effect.
What's your last guy?
Last guy is Winter Soldier from the MCU, the original outfit. Top one MCU outfit. It's not up for debate. I'm sorry. Bucky Barnes showed up in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. They told him drip or drown, and he.
And you've been 3D printing the arm, right? Which is so fucking cool.
It's in flexible filament, which makes it a little weird to work with, but it's flexible filament. It does what it needs to do. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I think 3D printing is impressive as fuck.
But yeah, Ryan's done some really cool stuff. Ryan and I went as Obi-Wan and Darth Maul to, was it Rhode Island Con last year or something like that? And then we all did, you guys all went as JoJo.
We did do JoJo.
Yeah, we went to New York Comic Con 2 years ago.
That was a time, wasn't it?
Which was, I have so much respect for people who cosplay because my outfit was like literally just like pants and like not even difficult to wear, but just I was so uncomfortable.
Your hair was wild.
I was just like, I was like, I hate being in this crowded environment and having all this fucking shit on me. And then I just look around and I'm like, everyone else also has shit on them. Like, it's crazy. It's fast.
I wasn't huge on New York Comic Con simply because there was just entirely too many people there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, the Javits Center is huge. They managed to fill every single inch of that with people.
Yeah, that was wild.
People in costumes as well.
Yes. Do you have a favorite con?
I like Kineticon. I'm very excited for next week.
Sick.
Because it also kind of feels like home turf, you know?
Yes, it is home turf. It's the closest one to us. Mm-hmm. But I went to Katsucon down in Maryland back in February. I had a fantastic time because you just go and it's your weekend to just pull out all the stops. This is where people bring their big shit. Just that's where people bust out like the showstoppers, the big guys, the things that will make you go, holy shit, someone made that.
Like costume-wise, you mean? Yeah, okay.
These people are crafty. It's truly impressive.
Also, sewing is so hard.
Yes.
That shit is so impressive, not only to be able to like make a wearable garment, but like to make one that is then emulating a character or a costume as accurately as possible. Always a fan to see all the cool shit that you make and other people who do this kind of stuff. Yeah, also the foam too, and the weapons, 3D printing the weapons and stuff.
Oh, those are so cool. I loved being Ripley, and
I need to reprint your flamethrower so you can actually attach it to the
that was sick.
Pulse rifle.
That was really sick.
I don't know, someone was up with the printer I was using at the time to print the flamethrower. It's like I think I put my infill at like 2. It just all fell apart.
Yeah,
but yeah. That's the Ryan plug.
Nice.
Wait, you need to answer. What's your current hobbies and interests?
Oh, my current hobbies and interests. Yes. I love to garden in the summer. That's my whole thing. I'm very lucky to have a little patio space, and I've got like a whole big garden going. I've got like 4 different kinds of peppers and zucchini and tomatoes and cucumbers. And I cook a lot,
and you make a lot of like jams and stuff. Like you use a lot of your garden stuff to like cook and make stuff too.
Yes. Yeah. I just think it's really fun to play with, and also like just really cool to use what you have. I feel like it forces you to be a little creative with your dishes. But yeah, that's kind of me. I'd also I'm really trying to get back into drumming sometime in the near future, just because it's something I used to love doing, and I feel like it's just a good way to tune out, and I feel like sometimes you just need that.
Real. I play Dungeons and Dragons.
Hell yes. Yeah, how's your campaign going?
It's going pretty good. I'm a vampire.
Yeah, speaking of vampires.
I'm the bad vampire. It's a, big bad, and they're stuck in this vampire's, like, dominion, and they're trying to get out, and we're having a lot of fun with it. We're, like, nearing up what I would say would be the end of the first act, if it were to be, like, a full story. I've also been playing Baldur's Gate, the game on the computer, which has really been itching my brain lately. I'm not usually a huge gamer, but my D&D hyperfixation has sort of turned me into a gamer in this way.
Fuck yeah, that's sick.
And then the last question was from your sister, who said, is there an alternate reality where Marion is still Katie from Animal House? I don't know what that means, so this is on you guys.
Yeah, Ryan, do you know what this means? I can answer this. If
you answer. I haven't watched Animal House in a long time.
Yeah, I think so. I think Marion went to school and then ended up back in Nepal. I think there is some sort of...
It's the same universe.
Yeah, I think it could be the same universe. There's space for it to explore that, but it would need to be specific with the timeline, I guess, considering this movie. But yeah, I think so. Just maybe. I think they seem like they've got the same aura.
I need to, like, open myself up, I think, to things that I have, like, sworn off comedically. Like, for a really long time, I was like, Adam Sandler's just a no for me.
Agreed.
And then, Uncut Gems comes around, and I'm like, maybe I have some respect for this man. And then I'm like, maybe should I go back? And maybe was there something that, as an adult, I'll get more, like some sort of layer of irony or something, Sure. I haven't gone on that journey yet, but
of course.
I basically also have sworn off National Lampoons. I don't care for it.
What else?
And Monty Python.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But I don't know, maybe I can try again. But then pretty recently I was really shitting on Will Smith. No, not Will Smith. Will Ferrell.
Okay, yeah. And what changed your mind?
Shitting on Will Ferrell, and not that it necessarily changed my mind, but somebody recommended that I watch the movie The Other Guys, which is starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Oh my God, yeah, you texted me
and
about this.
I was like, there's no way I'm gonna like this, and they were like, no, just trust me, you're gonna like it.
Okay.
And I did like it.
Shit,
and I did like it.
The fact that you liked it with Mark Wahlberg is the more shocking.
Will Ferrell is not funny. Mark Wahlberg is not funny, but it is a funny movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
They really utilized those two guys and kind of made fun of them and let them make fun of themselves.
What's the premise?
They're like two idiot cops, two idiot buddy cops, like who are incompetent, who are trying to solve this, this crime.
I can't see that. Actually.
Yeah, it was very funny. It was also made by Adam McKay, who made like Vice and The Big Short, and so it was also very insightful and punchy, as well as just also being kind of stupid and silly.
Well, all right. Hey, maybe it is good for you.
What's the over-under on how many movies Mark Wahlberg plays a cop in?
Oh, my God.
I'm going to say over 7, at least.
Over 7?
Yeah.
I was going to say over 5.
No, I would even take 10 plus.
Really?
He's in a lot of movies. It's like, I feel like there are also movies where his character isn't explicitly a cop, but is a cop. Like those Transformer movies that he's in, right? He's probably like also a cop or something, just the situation. The circumstances are not cop forward, but they're like, and he's Mark Wahlberg, so he's a cop. I feel that in my soul.
Absolutely.
Fuck Mark Wahlberg. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg
includes Mark Wahlberg.
ACAB includes Mark Wahlberg. And then wait, last question. One just came in. Not to be a nerdist, but is there a Swamp Letterboxd account? We don't have one for the Swamp, but we have our own.
Please follow me.
It's in the description below. I was actually looking at how many followers I have on Letterboxd the other day, and it was kind of freaking me out.
You're like, wow, people see this.
Because I think I'm just yelling into the void. And maybe I'm not. So, but yeah, check out our Letterboxd. I try to be diligent about logging every movie I watch. Some people joke that they can tell what movies we're going to cover because we'll both review it on Letterboxd. It's like, oh, wonder what the Swan's doing this week.
Yeah, no, I'm very on top of my Letterboxd. I review religiously, so regularly scheduled.
So fuck, marry, kill. I feel like Indiana Jones, Marion, and then do we want the third one to be what's Gimli's name?
Sala.
Because I feel like we can't include like a Nazi in there because obviously like that's not going anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna marry Sala.
Of course. I think that's the right answer.
I'm gonna fuck Indiana Jones. I'm gonna kill Marion. Yeah,
Marion was actually rather useless in this. I think she comes around in the future again in terms of the franchise.
And do they let her have agency? Because they didn't a ton in this.
No.
They're like, oh, she gets a frying pan because she's a woman. Oh, Indiana Jones just throws her away from the violence in every situation.
I wish this one had more of a Laura Dern in Jurassic Park. They made Marion really helpless. Didn't love that.
Worse. It's really worse in Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom is worse in this regard.
Oh, I do remember that. But
there always needs to be a woman for Indiana Jones to save, obviously.
I'm not gonna fuck Indiana Jones because he did treat her actually incredibly poorly. I think I'm gonna kill him because that was very if my situationship first of all fucked me over once, that's bad enough. If my situationship left me with Nazis to be murdered.
No forgiveness.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. Dead. I'll fuck Marion and I'll marry Sala.
I'm going to have to agree with Emily. If my situationship showed up 10 years later and said, sorry.
He didn't even say sorry.
And
that's
then
the
burned
thing.
my business to the ground. I would be pissed. But Harrison Ford, really sweaty in this.
Sexy.
I wanted to smell him. 4D movie experience. You get to smell Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
We get a really sweaty guy to stand behind the screen, and then we put like fans. Everyone gets to like get sprayed.
Just sweaty and leathery. Yeah, unfortunately, Marion is my type, though, so.
I will say.
Her in that dress, and they rip the bottom off.
Yeah.
It was hot. It was giving hot.
That
low
really
back.
For me.
It was giving hot.
As someone that goes to a lot of conventions, maybe that 4D was sweat. I don't know.
He's like, you might want to rethink that, actually.
I don't rethink that. I don't know if I can get behind that one.
Maybe just a little fleck of water then. You know, just the simulation.
It can actually just be pheromones.
It's just,
yeah.
Is that legal? I don't think so.
I don't know. I definitely have a scent from Boy Smells that says it has pheromones in it, whatever that means. Maybe, someone just sweat into a jug like Jackass or something.
Oh my god.
But you're hosting not a Halloween party, and Indiana Jones.
It could be a Halloween party.
I mean, I
don't see why not.
That's like a very good low effort boy costume.
It's too low effort.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say though, if you don't nail the hat, if the hat looks bad, and if it's not the right kind of hat, then you're gonna lose me. And if you're going without a whip, the rest of your outfit better be fucking bang on. Yeah. That's what I'll have to say.
True.
You can very much half-ass Indiana Jones.
And still pull it off.
And you'll still be Indiana Jones, but you won't be like Indiana Jones.
Well, no one looks like Harrison Ford.
Oh, 100%. No.
Except for that one guy they cast in the Solo movie. He does kind of look like Harrison Ford a little bit.
It's the jawline. It's like you cut glass on that thing.
He also has normal teeth, and no one has normal teeth anymore.
Yeah, also true.
It's crazy. I saw all of the David Cornsweet is so hot Superman promotion material. Everyone is like, king of no veneers, anti-veneer king, but he has like beautiful straight teeth. Like they're not veneers, but they're
just gorgeous
normal teeth. Yeah. And I'm like, they aren't veneers. We can applaud that, but like also people can have not perfect teeth, and we can still have that.
Yeah,
they can still be hot.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. It's really okay.
But I do appreciate the anti-veneer sentiment, but I just wasn't sure this was the example we should be using.
It didn't need to be that, but he is really hot. He is really hot.
So hot.
I want to hear your take. Have you seen the Nicholas Hoult with the blonde?
I love it.
Love it?
I love it. Mm-hmm. And I typically don't like a blonde man.
I know it.
It's working for me. It's giving like Ryan Gosling blonde.
Yeah.
Like it's like...
I'm behind him. I'm glad he's having his moment.
I love me some Ryan Gosling. I am a Ryan Gosling apologist. I am a Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know. He just put out this. He's in this new one. I don't know. It's with Sandra Huller or whatever, and he's like, they have to send him into space. It looks weird.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Project Hail Mary. That's a really, really popular book that I want to read. It gives me like Mickey 7 vibes in the same way that I'm really going to want to read the book before I see the movie.
Yeah,
people
I'm intrigued.
Rave about the book. People whose opinion I really trust say it's a very good book. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Has Jen read it?
No.
Seems like, okay.
But that'll be one if I ask her to. We'll book club it before we see the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailers for that one just came out, so I don't think it'll be out for a little while.
You'll have to let me know.
But Project Hail Mary, what movie trailer did I just see?
I saw like a weird, I don't know if it's real or not, but a weird like really preview, like of a preview for the Odyssey or something like that.
I saw one image of... I saw one image of Tom. Yeah, that's all I saw.
Having like a 2-sentence conversation, and then it's like a shot of Matt Damon, and like that. It's like coming 2026.
I was gonna say that's crazy because aren't they like actively filming?
Yeah, so it's very like snippet, but
interesting. That is one I'm excited for.
Me too.
I feel like I'm gonna get back into like my Greek mythology era.
Yes.
Like bag. Once that starts popping off, I'm gonna maybe hyperfixate a little bit.
Didn't they confirm who's doing the score? Is it Hans Zimmer doing
Probably
the score?
for a
So
Nolan.
excited.
Shouts out to Hans Zimmer.
No, real.
Hans Zimmer recently posted a pro-Palestine.
He also did delete it, so I wonder what that was about.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think someone behind the scenes
Absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
said something?
Someone yelled at him. Absolutely. Wouldn't doubt it for a second.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not shouts out for him taking it down, but certainly shouts out for him saying something in the first place because too many celebrities are not saying anything, which is a really not cute look.
Well, speaking of movies and celebrities speaking out,
wait, I would have guessed it would have been what is it, Ludwig Göransson, the Sinners guy.
It could have been.
I think he just did Oppenheimer, so I would have guessed that Nolan would use him again, but could also be Zimmer. Who's
for
to
an
say?
Odyssey? I could see it being Zimmer. But speaking of movies and speaking of people speaking up and using their platform, I really want to watch the Kneecap movie.
There's a movie?
Yes. Well, that's how I first heard of them. Is last year they released a movie. I think it's like pseudo documentaries, not documentary, but it's essentially like kind of their story, I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but it seems really sick. And just anyone that hasn't listened to Kneecap or Bob Villain or like Idols or Mill and the Sniffers, like,
but let's get specifically Kneecap and Bob Villain. Let's get their streaming numbers up because they're getting dropped by their labels. They're getting denied entry into countries. It's fucking bullshit. And I forget who said this, but somebody said it very poignantly that like the Newsline should not be about Glastonbury. The news isn't Glastonbury. The story is Palestine.
Yeah, like, I think that's what he said. It's a ruse.
Yeah, all this is a fucking ruse and it's bullshit. And celebrities shouldn't be getting punished.
It's insane.
For speaking their opinions. So
Yeah. Which this movie I don't know if Spielberg was just being really historically accurate because Israel didn't exist before 1950, whatever.
Yeah, real.
But she was not present in this movie.
No, we got a little Palestine flag marker on the map, which was historically accurate.
But exactly. But yeah, who's to say? But anyways, you're hosting your watch party for this movie.
Yes.
What are you serving?
I think you do like a date and cheese board.
Yeah,
dates.
You gotta have the dates. They're dates. You eat them.
I love that line too. When he's just like, want to have a date or something. You know, that classic.
Yeah.
His delivery of the "you eat them" is a very.
It felt like out of character.
It felt out of character. It felt a little Han Solo-ish, a little bit maybe.
Sure,
but. You do like a date and cheese board. You get I don't drink wine, but like I feel like you could do like
classy.
a wine or like a very classy.
Yeah,
like everyone shows up in their end of movie suits. That double-breasted such a good look for both Indy and Marion in that final scene.
Yes.
But I think you do something like that.
There was this restaurant near us that used to have these goat cheese stuffed dates. So I feel like that would be so, with like a hot honey drizzle.
That sounds so
I don't like raisins. I don't really fuck with dates,
Sure.
but, put enough cheese on anything and I'm on board.
Mm-hmm.
But you said, so you're not a wine drinker, but you are a root beer drinker. And you made the incredible point.
This is a root beer movie.
Yes.
I don't know how to describe it, but Indiana Jones as a franchise is a root beer film.
It's giving root beer.
It's giving root beer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were going through trying to assign other sodas to other Spielberg movies. Like, what did we say? Like, E.T.'s kind of giving
E.T.'s
Sprite.
like Sprite or like orange soda, somewhere in that.
Jaws is like lemonade. Or like Barks iced tea. Like an iced tea. And then what did we say was Coke?
I think we said...
Schindler's List.
No.
No. Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is giving Coke.
Jurassic Park is giving Coke.
It's even giving like
absolutely
Diet Coke. Diet Coke. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to not just say you should have like, wings and beer. Yeah, I just think all month I think we're going to be hearing like boy snacks, But I would also say, if you can find Egyptian food, they are in Egypt for most of this movie.
Absolutely.
And Egyptian food fucking slaps. So if there's a place around you that does any sort of, Middle Eastern food you could find, but specifically Egyptian food is very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get a tabbouleh, something like that. Agreed. I think that's definitely the move for it. But... yeah, I think for now, you mentioned sweet tea, and I think a spiked sweet tea sounds really nice for this.
Yeah, refreshing.
Especially, like, they're in the sun for 90% of this movie.
Yeah.
You want a sweet tea, man.
Yeah, with some lemon.
Yeah, like a lot of lemon. Something like that.
Have you ever made sun tea?
No.
It's like when you put a bunch of
out?
Yeah, you like put a bunch of tea bags and stuff out in the sun, but it like makes it seep more or something.
Oh, that sounds so sexy.
Sun tea, but then you ice it at the end, Something.
All right, I like that. That's really earthy, crunchy. I can get behind that. And then, I mean, do you follow this up with anything other than more Indiana Jones?
Yes,
Okay, what?
I have. Obviously, you have to go. You gotta follow this up with Last Crusade or Temple of Doom. But
sure.
Last Crusade. If you want to stay with Harrison Ford, my pick for follow-up is The Fugitive.
Okay.
I've never seen it. What's that about?
Oh, it's... I have to remember. I think it's... A cop gets framed for killing his wife.
And he's the cop?
And he's the cop.
All right. And he's a fugitive, so he goes on the run. Yes. On the lam.
Yeah.
I love it when they go on the lam.
That would also be a good follow-up, Thelma and Louise or something like that. I like that.
My dark horse, my very, very dark horse pick for what you follow this up with.
Sure.
I'll take Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, yeah. You do like the anti-Nazi, art thief movies.
Yeah.
That's a good pick, actually.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. I like your style.
Shouts out BJ Novak. He's in that movie. I always forget. Jump scare BJ Novak in Inglourious Bastards. My immediately was like Snakes on a Plane. Duh. Indiana Jones hates snakes and he sees one on a plane. Snakes on a plane. But that's not actually a movie I would want to watch. So National Treasure. Just another action-adventure movie.
Absolutely.
Same sort of sentiment. Same, we're discovering, we're learning about history. We're maybe stealing. That one's more like stealing from America, so I care less. You know? I'm like, you take that Declaration of Independence, Nicolas Cage. And that's probably like my, action-adventure movie I've seen 1,000 times. So...
I think I'm going to go ahead and say, sort of in that vein of early 2000s, I'm going to go ahead and say Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Ooh. The one with The Rock? No, Brendan Fraser.
No, Brendan Fraser and Josh Hutcherson. Yes.
But I think I haven't watched that since I saw it when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't
Which
think.
checks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that. Something just...
Do you also add The Mummy onto that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Actually, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Mummy, I like that. I like that a lot.
And I feel like Rachel Weisz's character in that movie is giving what I wish Marianne had a little bit more in this, just like a little bit more agency. Or, you can be the damsel in distress, but you can, also be knowledgeable and participate and help.
Not a bumbling idiot.
And not just like a woman who's in the way all the time.
She did look fantastic, though, I will say.
Yeah.
Those red pants really did it for me.
For sure. And that wedding dress, too.
What do you rate this movie?
Out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8. Solid.
I'm going to go 8.5 with you.
Take a 10.
10.
Yeah, this is your movie.
This and Last Crusade are my movies. These are my favorite movies of all time. I group them together because they kind of feel right to group together.
Absolutely.
This is one I could envision myself like rewatching a lot too. Like I'm sure there was a lot of little stuff I missed, and even watching with you were pointing out a lot of like little Star Wars Easter eggs and just like
so
little details. I know that they put so much thought into this, as Spielberg and Lucas often do.
Of course.
So I'm thank you for giving me an excuse to finally fucking get around to watching some of the good Indiana Jones movies.
Thanks for coming on my podcast, Ryan.
No problem. I'll do it anytime if you ask.
I was going to say, you're very knowledgeable about a good chunk of movies specifically, so we'll have to get you back on for your expertise.
Okay.
I know, I love when people are like, hey, if you ever do this one, get me on there.
Yeah.
So, like, that's when you know it's going to hit.
Yeah, I like having people that call dibs. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you all for listening. Have a lovely rest of your week and your summer. Try to get out in the sun if you can. Maybe plant something like Emily would, or eat something that somebody else planted or something, or I don't know, touch grass is basically what I'm trying to say. And we love you all. Goodbye and good night.